Good morning, team. Hi, Sagar. You can start recording once you started actual class.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, Shashank. Udit, Vinay, Yashwant. Yeah, we'll start session in a couple of minutes, guys. Meanwhile, if anyone have questions, you can shoot. Any questions, Kamlesh, Banu, Sai, Udit Kapoor? Yeah, Kamlesh, you have anything? Sorry? Kamlesh, I'm not able to hear you properly. You can text her also. I'm not able to hear you, the voice. So we conducted some polls, guys. Maybe most of the people participating in that polls. Any others also can join. Sagar, you can share the screen and with the scanner. If possible, people may join in that group. Also, I will share the link in the chat also. It's in a small WhatsApp group. We have to connect with the you people frequently. You guys can raise any questions or doubts if you have in that. Okay. Sagar, I sent you the link also. You can share with others.
Sure.
So I can see most of the people working and mixed is there, but most of the people working, they are already working on some other analytics or else they are working in different IT sectors and looking for a better package. Hope a similar kind of here, right, guys? So compared to the data analytics, yes, data engineers will get a more package. And that's the reason, like to get even better opportunities compared to our competitors, we are including multiple clouds. So only agenda compared to any other profile, our profile should be have a more skills. Then only we can able to get a more calls. That's the reason Snowflake, AWS, ADF, Matillion, DBT, Snowpark, almost every concept we are touching. That's one reason it may take more time for us to complete the course, almost 5 months, right? Any questions, team, in this?
Not now.
Okay, okay.
Okay, we'll get started then.
Yeah, we can start.
Let me see if I'm recording or not. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys for joining. Good morning. Today is the day 2 for our demo sessions. Yesterday we got started with introduction for data engineer. I hope you guys attended. Anyone here who is attending today as a first class? Good morning, Ragesh. Anyone?
Vinay.
Okay, sure.
Yes, sir. I am also.
Sorry? Up. Okay, Kamlesh. At the end of the class, I'll be explaining you about the course. We'll be discussing that. But today, since this is a day 2 of our demo class, we'll be getting started directly with our main course. Today is an introduction for your SQL. There might be few folks who already know SQL. May I know anyone new to SQL here? Completely new to SQL. Okay. No. Okay. Anyone who worked extensively on SQL? Okay. Intermediate knowledge, at least. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. There might
Yes,
be
sir.
few folks. Okay, thank you. There might be few folks who know about SQL, but please bear with me for next 2 classes or 3 classes because we need to take care of the folks who don't know completely about SQL. So we'll be getting started with the introduction to SQL. We'll try to understand few things about SQL, and coming to the agenda of today's class we'll just understand what is SQL, history of SQL, why SQL is important, what are the different popular database, and also we'll see the installation part, and then we'll get started with the database object. So next 1 or 2 classes will be high level, how SQL there, what all things, what are different objects and all. And if anyone is having intermediate level knowledge or anything, please bear for 2-3 classes. But once we start coding, so it will be a lot of practice we'll be doing in the middle. So a lot of advanced topics we'll be seeing, so that it will be very easy for you guys for giving interview. Okay. That being said, let's get started with few of the questions. Now, I have few questions for you. Do you all guys know what is Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone using Facebook now? Still uses Facebook? Anyone?
Yes.
Okay. Great. So you guys are using Facebook more or Instagram more?
Instagram.
Okay. Most of the folks have been transferred to Instagram because Instagram is a child company of Facebook. You all know that. Meta is the one who bought Instagram and they are promoting Instagram now. Even though that is the case, do you all know when was Facebook invented? Any idea? Random guess. No? Okay, 2004, great. Yes, that's correct. What about you two? Any idea? Any idea on YouTube? Random guess. Okay, yeah, 2005. Twitter? Twitter? No? Okay, 2006. WhatsApp is around 2009. PhonePe is 2018. These are some of the widely used applications which was founded in these number of years. Now I'll ask two questions. When did India won their first World Cup?
1983.
Okay. When did they win second World Cup?
2011.
2000.
Okay. When did RCB won their first IPL trophy?
Sorry, come again.
When did RCB win their first IPL trophy?
This year only.
2025. And also we know that Indian women won their first World Cup on last week, that is 2025. Now, when I asked you these questions, your brain was able to register this particular data. And we all know we follow these things, we follow deeply. That's the reason we were able to answer these particular questions. But in today's world, there are huge amount of data generated across the globe. And if you see each and every application, this is the age of data. Whatever you touch, the data is produced. A small amount of data we can store in our mind, but there is around 1.75 zettabytes of data that is being produced. Anyone have idea how much is 175 zettabyte? Okay, when I don't know, we'll do one thing. We'll go to GPT and we'll ask how much is 175 zettabyte. $175 zettabyte of data. Okay, it says 1 exabytes, petabytes, terabytes, gigabytes. So it is approximately equal to 1.3 trillion smartphones storage. Storage of 1.35 trillion smartphones. This amount of data is generated, and can this much amount of data be processed by our brain? Can we process it? No. So whatever you touch, everything is generating a data. Now where this particular data need to be processed? How we can store this? Because as I informed yesterday, when we had a brief introduction where we talked about what is data engineering, what is data analyst, what is data scientist, what they do, and they all depend on data. And if they want to process this data, where they are going to keep this data, first of all. Keep this in mind. I'll come back to that. I have one more question for you guys. What do you see? Seeing this, what comes to your mind? What is this?
Storage.
Storage. Okay. It's kind of a warehouse. Yeah.
Warehouse.
Exactly. It's a warehouse where all the goods and everything is kept. Let's consider one use case. Okay. I'm considering a use case of Amazon. What I'll be doing is now I'm going and ordering some of the items in my Amazon. Let's consider I'm ordering iPhone 17 Pro Max. What's the price of iPhone 17 Pro Max? Anyone? Anyone have idea?
No.
Okay. Around 1.5 lakhs. Yep. Do anyone have iPhone 17 with them? No? It's a good phone? Is it a good phone? Okay. Yeah, sure. Good. Now let me consider that I'm ordering that particular phone, and we all know to order any of the items, what we'll do? First, we log in into our Amazon account. We create our profile. Once the profile is created, they always pop up something called as, if you are a first time user, whenever you go and create, they will introduce some word called Amazon Prime. What is this?
Membership.
Membership. What's the use case of membership? Okay, free delivery, fast delivery, some of the offers that have been given. Even they provide you the Amazon Prime videos, that is free of cost. These all are things they are providing. And as soon as you log in for the first time, every time this particular pop-up will come, because they know that you are not a Prime user. Okay. But once you log in, you're first time you're ordering something online. So you go and browse a certain items, and you are going to add to cart and then proceed, then select delivery address, payments, order, everything is placed. And as soon as you do, you are able to see that your delivery information, it is in transit, it is at this particular warehouse, it is coming, it is out of stock, or each and every information for every 1 hour or 2 hour or a day, they are going and updating. Have you guys seen this?
Yes.
Okay, fine. I remember in my college days, okay, around 2012, 2013, there was one particular phone that was in high demand. Redmi. Anyone bought this phone?
Redmi Note 5 I used.
Okay. At that time, it was coming for around 12 or 13K. In 2012 or 13, this particular phone, if that is not sold anywhere, it is only sold on something Flipkart or Amazon. And as soon as the sale came, we have to go at exactly 12, and within 1 or 2 hours, it was to go sold out. During this time, around 2012 or 2013, did you guys bought anything online paying more than 10K like this? No. Okay. Now people are ready to pay 1.5 lakhs also on the online, and they're able to be in tension free because they know each and every information what is happening with respect to their product. We have support team. If anything goes wrong, they are helping. Each and every information is there. That trust is built. That's the reason we are able to go and order even up to 1.5 lakh. But during this time, I used to go to the shop even if I'm paying 2 to 3K extra for the phone. That is fine, but I used to not go and order this online because that trust was not there at that time. Now, how does your Amazon track all these things? Do you think they keep track everything in the form of Excel and keep on updating in the website? What do you think? What do you think? How does Amazon keeping all of this particular information whenever you order, whatever you do, at what time, at what minute that particular product is at which location, each and every information they are providing? Will they go manually and update that for each and every person? No, no. Okay. This is how your Amazon works. In the backend, whatever you are doing is a front-end software, your application, where you are going, that has been organized in all the way where search items, if you go and search only electronic items, you are getting electronic items. Each and everything you are doing, these are the users. Whenever you go and browse anything with respect to the application, it will always go and talk to one thing called as a database. Now, what is this database? In this particular database is where each and every information is kept. It might be raw data, it might be processed data, it can be any kind of data. As soon as you go and search for electronic items, it will go and hit this particular database. It will go and search in database. It fetches that particular information. A software is integrated in such a way that that particular information is displayed for you. Now, whenever you go and order anything, what does Amazon do? It will go and it will, whenever you go and create an account, you create a, you are saying add information, everything. You're doing address, everything address. You do each and every information, whatever you do. What does Amazon do? As soon as you go and do it, they will keep on updating into a database. Now, database is nothing but is an organized collection of your structured data stored electronically and designed easily for accessing. You can access it, manage it, update it, delete it, whatever you want to do with respect to database, you can do. Fine, fine. But how to go and communicate with respect to database? Now, I'm communicating with you with respect to English. If I start talking with something called as a Mandarin language, can you understand? Can you guys understand? No? Okay. Who knows Hindi here? Okay. Tamil, Telugu, Kannada. Who knows all these languages? Anyone? Okay. Agesh, Tamil, Kannada. Okay. Others? Anyone knows each and every language? Okay. Do you guys know English? Anyone who don't know English here? Anyone who don't know English? Okay. Each and everyone knows English because English is a universal language that is widely used across where at least we can go and communicate because that's a medium. In the same way, if you want to go and communicate with respect to database, what is a language? SQL is a language. Structural query languages are the language used to communicate with your databases. It allows us to store, retrieve, manage anything, just like how we are talking in the form of English or Hindi, how people can understand each other. In the same way, if your database need to understand, you need to talk it through one of the language called SQL. Okay. Now I'm talking to database with respect to a language called SQL, the same way how we have in English a grammar. If I'm not talking any good grammar and I'm talking a rubbish grammar, you guys not be able to understand. In the same way, if you want to communicate with respect to database, then we use a grammar called queries. Now, queries are where we use write a particular in a good way, in a good grammar, where it knows I need to go and communicate with respect to database. This is what a user meant to say. No, I need to display these things. These all things will come into the picture with respect to your SQL. For example, whenever you go and search for any iPhone 15 or anything, it will fetch that particular product. It will show you the past order history. It retrieves whatever you go and do on the one click you're doing, but in the backend, it is configured in such a way that your software is communicating with respect to database in a structural query language using something called queries. Then whatever the output it is displaying, it will come and show you. That's the reason each and everything, whatever you're doing, is being tracked by each and every application smoothly in their databases, so that in future, if they want to work on your database, they have all the data inside database. So that's the reason the new wording, what we saw yesterday, is data is a new oil, and where we are keeping all that oil is nothing but a database. Now, why do we read database? Exactly is nothing but, as I said, 175 zettabyte of data is populating. Now, even Einstein, if he comes and try to consume that particular 175 zettabyte, he will be not able to do that. Only one object that can do is database, and we are going and keeping each and every number of records effectively into our database. We'll communicate with our web interfaces. We go and if you want to go and find the quick and easy information and accessible easily, each and everything we can go and do with respect to database. Now, anyone who is new to SQL, any doubt? What is database? Are you good with database? What is database? Are we good? Okay. What about others? Are you guys sleeping in the morning?
No.
Okay. It's very cold, right? Outside, winter season. Are we good? Can I get any thumbs up or something? Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now we saw what is database. Okay. You're saying these all things, Sagar. Okay, fine. But what about properties of database? Now, you all guys went and bought laptop. Okay. Whenever you go and bring something laptop, initially they give something called as 5 GB storage of hard disk, 8 GB of RAM, and they say something that it can be expandable up to 2 TB and it can be expandable up to 16 GB. Do you all guys go through this configuration before buying any product? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
what do you mean by this particular scalability? Now, scalability is nothing but the ability of how much more data our users can handle at a go, in the way that if you are now how you can go and increase from your 512 GB to 2 TB. Now your database have that capability of also go and scale according to your data. How much it can go and increase in their size is nothing but your scalability. If we are going and adding this particular more and more configuration for the same laptop, then we are vertically scaling. That means we are from 512 GB, we are going for 2 TB, and this is a hard limit for your laptop. You can't go more than 2 TB. At that time, what we'll do if you want more and more configuration? What we do? Your limit is 2 TB. You can't go beyond 2 TB for this particular object or particular laptop. I need to have more or more space. What will do? We'll use one more external hard disk. Now you are horizontally scaling your storage. So we are using an external hard disk. So either you can go and increase your database in same of the particular applications, then vertically scaling. But once that limit is gone, we'll bring a additional storage or anything, whatever we can do. That is nothing but vertical scaling, and your database is very good with that. We can scale our database horizontally as well as vertically. Fine. This is one of the property. But what do you mean by something called the elasticity? What do you guys understand by the word elasticity? Anyone? What do you understand by the word elasticity? Okay. Adjust the resource as per the load. Okay. Now, if you guys remember Big Billion Day, your iPhone was like iPhone 13 you got around for 35K. Did you guys see this? During November, October, we have Big Billion Day. Do you all know this?
Yep.
Okay. But your sale was starting at something 12 a.m. in the night. And whenever you try to go and access any of your application or anything, it was keep on browsing like this, or it says you are in queue, or says it is keep on, you are not able to order the something product. You have this all glitches at the time. Do you guys observed any time while ordering during sale? You guys experience this? Okay.
Because of load.
Okay, because of load. Now what does Amazon does? Let's say you are getting every day 20 million people as a traffic. Now only for 20 million people, I need to go and configure my thing. So everything is configured in such a way that only max up to 20 million people can go and access. But during something sale, it has drastically increased for 50 million people. Now, since your infrastructure is only meant for 20 million, now that's the reason there is always a load issues and all. But only during this time I need to increase my capacity from 20 to 50 million. Let's say for one day, I can easily go and do that. That level of elasticity, you can go and work with your databases if that particular infrastructure is supported. That's how your Amazon Big Billion Day works. As soon as your Big Billion Day is over, again, they come back to their normal, whatever the infrastructure is there for that, so that they can go and serve each and every people. The more and more sale they can have during that particular time, because traffic for their applications or website will be more during that time. So we need to elastically increase our capacity or infrastructure, and your database is capable of doing that. Okay. Now, what do you understand by the word security and governance?
Data privacy.
Okay. Now, anyone who boarded into airlines or travel through airlines, what all things you do whenever you want to go and travel using airlines? What all requirement? What is the requirement?
Security checking,
Okay, there
baggage
is
checking.
security checking, baggage checking. They will give boarding pass, and they say only if the particular platform is there, you are only access to go to that particular platform. But they say you cannot go into something called a security room. That particular privileges you don't have, because you are only meant to travel from one airline to one particular airport to another airport. That's the reason they are maintaining that particular security. But it's the same thing if you have anything with respect to airline stuff. They have wider range of this particular access. They can go to the particular places and all. You have all that particular access. Now, with respect to our database, we can go and make sure that our data is in well secure and control. Who can access a particular data, and all type that governance we can do. For example, we have a particular data in that particular database. We have a table. We can make sure that X and Y person, if X person have access for this particular table or not, if Y person can have access on this particular table or not, we can go and control everything with respect to our database. So that's the reason it is one of the most important feature of any of the databases, security of governance, which is lagging in other of the cloud which is lagging in the other of the data storing application. For example, you have CSV data or Excel data. Here we cannot make sure that only this particular file is accessible to certain people, because if you are keeping in the local, anyone can come and access this and see the data. That level of governance we cannot do on top of this particular applications, whereas on top of database we can go and do all this security on governance kind of thing. Now, last but nothing least, data integrity. Now, what do you mean by data integrity is we can make sure that how well we can go and store our data into a database or tables. We can go and create a relationship between one particular object to another object. Each and everything we can go and maintain with respect to data integrity. So ensuring something called as accuracy, consistency, or correctness of data which we are storing inside our database. This is some of the most important properties of your database. That's the reason it is widely used for storing of our data. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in the properties of data or database? Are we good till now? Are we good till now? Any thumbs up? Something?
Yes, sir.
Sorry? Okay. Thank you. We'll come back again to our warehouse. Now, as I said, we had a warehouse where we are keeping all our objects. You can consider that warehouse as a database where we have each and every object we are keeping, and I'm going and taking one particular section where we are keeping certain things. For example, let's consider we are keeping this particular section for the electronics items. In this particular electronics items, I am keeping this particular section, and in this electronic items, I am keeping with this respect to this is Samsung products, this is Apple products, this is something other objects or Oppo products. In this way, I have divided my particular section, and anything with respect to Apple products, let's say these are the information I'm putting, items, whatever the items is there, I'm putting this is iPhone, this is MacBook, this is something other electronic items. In this way, we are going and keeping our information, and here we are storing our data. So whatever the information you are storing with respect to racks are called as columns, where we are actually storing our data are called as rows, and this whole thing is called table, and one particular section is called as a schema. Now, how does your database looks like? Database is a huge object where you are keeping each and every object. Now I need to go and organize into a certain electronics. For example, I need to go and keep every electronics people items. I'll go and subdivide into electronics. I need to go and keep something called as clothing items. I'll go and divide into clothing items. Inside these electronic items, I need to go and store particularly object. I will use something called a table where I'm going and storing my data. And inside this particular table, we are having something called as columns. Columns are nothing but which gives the information what kind of data you are storing at that particular row. That is, you are keeping all the vertical information, and whatever the data you are horizontally keeping is called as a rows. In this way, your database is organized. In some of the database, you might have schemas, you might not have schema, but the higher hierarchy always follow like this: database followed by schema, followed by that different object, so that you are going and organizing your data. So schemas are nothing but a logical container inside your database, just like a large block of racks inside your data warehouse related to that particular item, where you're subdividing your database again, so that you can organize your data in a much more effective manner. For example, you are dividing into something only order related data into order management schema. If you have product related data, you're going only keeping product management schema. If you have customer related data, you can go and keep into customer related schema. In this way, you can go and divide, and we can keep all this particular information inside our schema. Whereas tables are the object where structural, there are a set of data within your schema where we are keeping what? A particular kind of data. For example, you are going and keeping all the customer information in one particular table, that is customer. You are keeping each and every information of product into product table, and orders into order table, and columns are nothing but where what kind of data you are storing in the table. That label, that is, for example, product ID, product name, price, quantity, that describes what are the data you are storing, that are called as columns. And last but nothing least, rows are actual data where you're going and storing the information about your records. If you come and see high level, this is how your data is stored. This is actually a table. Inside that particular table, we have columns where we are having field. This is also called as a field, and each of the rows are called as a where we are keeping a record. And whatever the value you keep inside that record is called as a data value. Now, any doubt who are new to SQL? What is database? What is schema? What is table? What is column? What is row? Any doubt in this? Who is new to SQL?
No doubt.
Okay, thank you. Now we'll go and see how does your database is actually divided. Okay, there are actually two types of database where you can go and see. One is something called the relational database. Another is nothing but a NoSQL database. Now, what's the main difference between this particular relational database and NoSQL database? Now, what do you understand by the word relation? What do you understand by the word relation?
Connected.
And I not hear you.
Connected.
Connected. Okay. Okay. We can consider that where one particular object is connected to another object, where it is related to another object, where we can go and connect and we can bring the information of two different objects in as one go, which can be easily visible, which are structured in the manner which have rows or columns just like your Excel, but more powerful. Now this kind of data we can go and store under something called as a relational database, which we have more structured way where we can communicate with our data, which is easy to work. And there is something called as a NoSQL database. Now, what do you understand by NoSQL? Now, as I said, SQL is where we are going and communicating, and it is kept in a structured way. Whereas in NoSQL, we are not going and keeping any structured way. It is more flexible or document-based storage, where we are usually bringing unstructured data, where any application is continuously populating data. We cannot go and convert that into something called a structure format. We bring and we keep into one of the database, which there is no relationship between the objects. For example, we don't have any rows or columns. We can only create as a table, which is an unstructured format, where again we need to go and convert those data into something called structure format to go and use that. But what the key point is, it is very flexible in nature. There are no joins, nothing. We are not doing anything. We are extracting data very quickly and bringing that, and we are storing that particular data, where in future we can go and convert that into a structure format. Now, these are the example of companies which are using some of the SQL language as a medium, and they have created a software for working with database. For example, MySQL is one of the application. Oracle is one of the company. Postgres is a company. Microsoft SQL Server is a company which they have created their particular applications for working with the database. But the main language, that is SQL, remains same. Whatever the fundamentals is there remains same. But here and there UI might be different. Little bit syntaxes or little bit queries of communication, grammar might be different. How we have different languages in English, that we have different accent. There might be UK accent in English, there might be USA accent, there might be Indian accent. There are different ways of accent where we are talking, but the English remains always same. In the same way, here also we are able to see. Whereas MongoDB, Cassandra, HBase, these are the NoSQL database which we store in the data in a unstructured format. Here also we are going and accessing that particular data if you want, and then we'll convert that into structured data. Now, how does your actual structured data look like? For example, we have a table one where we have information about the user details. We have a skill mapping, the table two, we have information. Now I can go and see, I can go and connect a relationship with respect to something called a skill ID. I'll come and connect the relationship between this, and I'll go and create as a one entity of table which is having each and every relationship. In this way, you can go and work with something called a relational database. Whereas your NoSQL database, your database will be coming in the form of key value pairs like this, or in a document base, everything it will be there, where you can cannot go and connect between these two items and bring that particular information where again we need to go and convert into a tabular format. But the one advantage is if your application is continuously producing the data, we can easily bring that particular data and store inside something called the NoSQL databases. And this is completely a different way of communicating with your data. We can use any doubt in types of databases. I go till now.
Yep.
Okay, fine. As you all know, I said SQL is nothing but a structured query language, which we are mainly going and communicating with our databases, where we use for retrieval data and all. And different companies have different types of databases. And this is a brief history, which was in 1990 it was developed, and now earlier it was called as a SQL. Now we are calling it as SQL, and we are using this. Okay. Anyhow, just a brief introduction for your SQL. But main question is why SQL is important. Okay, why SQL is there? Why this particular language is leading for communicating with respect to database? Why not other languages? Now, if you go and take any of the data related job, the first and foremost interview round will be with respect to SQL. They are going to check your knowledge with respect to SQL. Even though if you are not so well versed with Python, that is fine. But you are not good with SQL, you are not eligible to work with any of the IT related job. That can be your front end, back end, full stack developer, or you are a data scientist, data analyst, Power BI developer, or data engineer. Anything you go and work, the first and foremost language is something called a SQL. This is very important. But why it is the only language that you are going and communicating with respect to database is first and foremost is it is very easy to, as I said, SQL is the only language that understands Wells database. It's a medium that we can easily go and communicate. Whereas other languages have some certain things called, it cannot directly go and communicate. Again, we have to write a piece of code, long length of code we have to go, and then we need to communicate with your database. Again, to communicate with respect to database, we use SQL. Inside these coding languages also, we make use of certain of the libraries or packages. These are the items we make use where we are able to go and communicate. That's the reason your SQL is universally supported. Wherever you go, whatever application you go, SQL is supported to communicate with your database. That is, and it's very efficient in optimized way where we can go and do filtering of data, joining of data, aggregation of data, or we can do analyticals on top of data sets, everything that is there inside database. The SQL is the only language that is well versed to communicate and the much more faster to communicate with your database. That's one of the most important feature of your SQL. Whereas all other things have learning curve, you need to go and communicate, and a lot of things are there. So wherever you go, any database is there, the first language you need to go and understand in any of the data related role is SQL. And if you don't have SQL in your resume, please don't go and apply any of the IT related job. That's a main and end goal. Any doubt? Any doubt so far? I go till now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. We'll come back to this tomorrow. OLAP and OLTP. There are a few things I need to go into. Now, the main thing is we have a different types of SQL. Now, what we are actually going and learning? Can we go and learn each and every applications? Can you go and learn each and every applications? I said we are going and doing SQL for 3.5 weeks. Can we go and learn each and every type of databases in 3.5 weeks?
No.
No. Okay. Now, you joined a driving class. Okay, you have joined a driving class. Inside driving class, he's using something called as Maruti Suzuki Swift. Okay, he's using Maruti Suzuki, and you are riding a Swift, and you learned a driving class for 10 days. Now you thought to do what? Let me go and buy a car. Okay, you learned for 10 days, you are well versed in driving a car. Now you thought, let me go and buy a car. Will you go and buy Maruti Suzuki only because you are what? Learned driving car for 10 days using Maruti Suzuki? Will you buy that car only? No. If you are able to write smoothly Maruti Suzuki, can you go and write BMW? Can you write BMW? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Can you go and write Benz? Mercedes Benz?
There is a slight difference, but we can.
Okay. Now, anything you go and do with respect to car, the main thing is what? You have to handle steering. You have to know how to put a gear. You need to go clutch, brake, acceleration. You need to know about this. All fundamentals, whatever is there, it remains same in each and every of the cars. Only few things is, for example, inside your Maruti Suzuki, you don't have much good odometer or anything applications. You don't have that display system and all. You might not be having autopilot system and all. Whereas different database, different cars might be having few extra features, and they are going to charge on top of that also. The same way, once we go and learn one database, any of the database you go and learn, if you learn one particular database, we can directly go and work with the different databases. Almost 90% of the fundamentals will be same. That 10% will be different with respect to what I said queries. Now we have accent with respect to different English. There are little bit changes with accent. The same way that how you communicate, how you write a particular queries, that will be differ. Only 10% that you can easily go and work. But whatever the fundamentals, whatever the objects, whatever the things you have with respect to databases, that will be same in each and every applications. So learning one particular tool is enough to go and work with any of the tool which we are using. Now, we are widely using one of the application called MySQL, because MySQL is open source, that can be highly configured, that well goes with respect to whenever we go and communicate with respect to something called a Snowflake or Databricks, when we'll be going and learning this. It is similarly 90% to that of your MySQL, whatever the code you are writing. So it is very easily you can install. There is no much of the headache, and easily you can get started with working with MySQL. So that's the reason we'll be getting started with MySQL as one of the database applications, where we install MySQL, then we start working on the different objects with the MySQL. And if you are good with MySQL, tomorrow in your any of the companies or anything, if they are using your Microsoft SQL also, you can go and work. If they are using Oracle also, they can go and work. Postgres also can go and work. At the end goal of ours is to only concentrate on something called as Snowflake or Databricks, where we'll be working around 90% of the time inside our organization. So we will concentrate on one of the tool, that is MySQL, to learn our fundamentals, that is database. Once we understand this, then when we go with respect to Snowflake, the coding, everything will be same. So it will be much more easy to understand the features of your Snowflake and Databricks. Are you good? Why we are working on MySQL? Are we good? Are we good?
Yes.
Okay. Now, coming back, let me show you. Just a minute. If anyone is new to our application, this is our LMS portal. As soon as you log in, if you are new, it will ask you to register. So please do register with your email ID and give just your password and all. As soon as you go into a particular application, there is something called the Explore courses. You can click on that. And if you come to something called upcoming sessions, if you see there is something called a Snowflake with free sessions. Now we have 5 free sessions. If you come and click on top of this, and go and say, now for the first time it will be enroll. We can go and access here. As soon as you come and access here, whatever the classes we are having, you can see class recording. Yesterday's recording is here. If you want, you can go and see this particular recording. Click on this particular recording. You'll be able to see whatever things we have discussed with respect to yesterday's recording. If you have missed anything, you can go and see that. Now, this is our second class. You can go and join here also. Directly can join. As soon as our class is completed, within 1 hour, it will be able to come and see here. Now, if you see here something that is a lessons, if you click on lessons and content section, if you come, and there is something called a SQL installation. As soon as you click on something called an installation guide, you'll be able to see this particular application. Okay. Now go and download this particular installation guide. What all steps you need to go and follow to install MySQL has been given here. Each and every step, please do follow this and try to install your MySQL applications. Each and every step, next. Whatever the things, if you're having any issues, we can connect in tomorrow's and I'll be able to solve you. But each and every step to install your application is given. How we can go and configure, this has been given. Once you do, just open your command line prompt and see if your particular MySQL version is there or not. If everything is there, it will go and show you the particular version. You can be able to get started with MySQL and will be working with MySQL. Can you guys do this? Can you guys do this today? Installation part. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Again, I'm saying under lesson section, we have something called as MySQL. If you see content section, we have installation. This is how where you have installation guide. You are able to go and see this. Now, since I have already installed, once you do installation, I have something called as MySQL. If I go and click this particular MySQL, now this particular workbench is being populated. Now, workbench is nothing but they are giving a UI where you can go and write your particular code. In this way, it can go and communicate with your database. Now, how does this particular workbench is working? I'll be explaining that. But before that, do you know what is this? Have you seen this in your office? Have you seen this in your office?
The data center.
Okay. Do you have access for this particular room?
No.
No.
No,
Why?
sir.
Why? Any idea? Have you ever visited this particular room at least once?
No.
No. This is one of the very coldest room. Okay. It will be around 10 degree or 8 degree temperature. Very well maintained. Each and everything with respect to your data is maintained here. That's where data centers are there. Yeah. Only IT admins are allowed in this particular room. Now, you are working with your laptop. Okay. You have installed your MySQL. Now, if you earlier, whatever installation would have done, any application you're doing, you have installed MySQL, you're working with your laptop. And I'm saying this is a data center where all your data is stored. Okay. Each and every information, whatever you're going and communicating, it has been stored. Then how that particular data is coming to your laptop. Now, what will happen whenever you go and communicate, it will go and you go and run anything. There will be something data center they have configured, they have given access for you. They will be giving something called the IP address or particular logging information. As soon as you go and give that particular information only, you'll be able to go and access this particular. Whenever you go and write anything with respect to MySQL, it will go and communicate over the network. And there is something called the client that is going and communicating. Whatever, if you go and say select from this particular table and fetch information, it will go and communicate. If that particular data is there, it will go and bring that and display you data. This is how actually data centers are working. But now you have installed this particular data center into your laptop. Now what will be having? You have laptop, whatever the storage is there your particular data center is there. Now, whatever you're doing, the communication between your storage and your PC, in the same way, you have this particular application to go and communicate with respect to that. We have this connection. Now, as I said, this particular connection, I need to go and provide whatever the things are, whatever the host, whatever the IP address, port, everything. If I go and give this particular root password, then only I'll be able to go and connect because this is being configured by your admins. In this way, it will go and communicate. Now, since everything is in my local, now whatever the data centers are there. It is communicating with your laptop, and once we go and connect with our MySQL, whatever the data you are doing, it is going and storing in the backend inside your storage system, and it will be displaying you everything. Now, this is MySQL Workbench is just a UI to communicate, but actual database or anything is stored in the backend of your storage that is there inside your laptop. Now, if I come and say connect to this. Okay. Now, once I come and connect, let me go and remove. Now, once you come and connect, once you give all your password information, everything, that steps have been given here. Once you do, the workbench will populate like this. This is how your UI looks like. Now, there is something called a SQL here. If I come and the first and foremost is, let me zoom, only this much is coming. You can come and do this. Here is a session where you are going and writing your code. Now, if you come and see, there are different databases. For example, let me drop this. Now, if you see here, we have different databases that are created. Now we are going and creating our database. We under your database will be having what different objects will be there. If you click on one of the database like this, we have tables, we have views, we have store procedure function. These are the objects that you can go and create inside your databases. The first and very most object will be creating is tables. Now, if you come and see here, you can only see something called a schema. There is no database. Whereas in your MySQL, how it works is whatever you go and create with respect to database is also called a schema. You cannot go and subdivide your databases into schema. But if you come back to your Snowflake, now don't create a Snowflake applications because that's not required for now. But if you come back to Snowflake here, let me show you. If you see here, there is something called the database. Under database, we have something called as schema. This is my database. Then we have schema. Under that, we are going and creating different objects. So it all depends on your applications. In some of the applications, there might be schema, there might be schema, but whatever your MySQL will be doing, on the go, if you go and create as database also, it will be considered as schema, and you will be seeing that particular schemas here. Now, how to go and create our first database? I talked about database for half an hour, but how we can go and create our database is nothing but very difficult. I say create database Amazon DB. Now, as soon as I go and run this particular piece of command, now to run any piece of command, I'll go and select this and I'm able to go and execute. Now, as soon as I execute, if you're seeing there is something blue tick mark is showing in the down. So whatever the things you are doing, output of that particular command is shown here. And if you come and refresh it here, are you able to see Amazon DB? Are you able to see Amazon DB?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I have created my particular Amazon DB. Now I need to go and see what is the database I'm using. I'll say select database. If I go and see, not selected. Okay, sorry, my bad. I need to go and use this particular database. I say use this particular Amazon DB. If I go and run this particular, use. Now, since this particular code was already created, now if I don't go and select and if I run, it will always come and throw error because you have already created database and each database should be uniquely created. You cannot create a same name with multiple databases. It was able to, if you're directly going and clicking this particular symbol, it was able to running this particular command also. To run only one specific command, I'll first go and select this command and I'm saying use this particular database. Now, as soon as I say use database, you are seeing your database is highlighted. That means you are into this particular database. Now, whatever objects you are going and creating, that will be with respect to this database. Now, if I go and again say as I said, I'm not able to go and, if I go and execute this particular database, it says you cannot create because this already exists. Now, if I go and change a particular database into 2, now if I go and create, now one more database is created. If you see, this particular database is created, but still you are in the main database, that is Amazon DB. Now I need to go and access this particular databases. I'll say use the Amazon DB second. As soon as I run, you will be into this database, and whatever the objects you will be creating, that will be with respect to this particular database. This is how you go and create a database and you access the database. As soon as you are inside the database, we'll start creating our tables or any of the objects with respect to our database. Now, if you come and see, there is a particularly called Netflix. Inside Netflix, there are n number of database. Now, now we cannot go and rename the database. As soon as you go and create, that particular database cannot be renamed. Now, if I need to go and rename, again, I need to drop that particular database and then I need to recreate. For example, this particular database, Amazon 2 is there. I should have not done this. I need to make it as different rename. I'll say drop database, my database name, whatever the database name is, I'm going and dropping that particular database. Now, as soon as I do, your Amazon the database is dropped. And if you come and see, that particular database is not there. Now, if I need to go and create a different database, for example, Amazon, only with respect to Amazon, I need to go and create. I'll go and create again. That particular database is coming now. This everything is fine. But the same thing, if I go and now inside this Netflix, are you able to see different tables? Are you able to see our tables? The names under tables, we have different cars, content. These all things are you able to see here?
Yes.
Okay. Now, by mistake, what I did, if I went and dropped my Netflix database, that database is gone. Now, again, I'm creating my database, Netflix. And if you come and see, is that tables available? Is tables available?
No.
No.
Because once you drop anything with respect to objects, it's permanently dropped. And if you're coming and recreating, whatever the objects with respect to that databases will be also gone. So always your database is coming in the highest hierarchy. After that, your tables or any other objects are there. We are going and creating like this inside your MySQL. And this is how we are going and working with our MySQL. Now, with respect to this, what we'll do, wait. Fine. I guess most of them you will be not having MySQL. I'll give today one day. You please go and install MySQL. Once we come back tomorrow, we will be getting started directly with coding. No more theories. Okay. No more theories. Directly we'll be getting started with coding and we will start doing our basics. For next 2 classes, we'll see all the basic commands and then we'll get started with the advanced concepts of MySQL where we'll deep dive and we'll be doing deep end-to-end all the objects with respect to MySQL. Now, coming back to few things before I'll take your questions. Now, yesterday I said I'll be showing you the projects, what all projects we'll be doing with respect to our course. Let me show that first particular projects. Where we have, okay. Now, this is the first very project which we'll be doing with respect to our course. That is nothing but Netflix database project. Now, whatever the things we are going and learning, all the objects, everything, we are going to create this end-to-end database. And on top of these tables, we'll go and practice so that you will be good to go and work with different objects inside our databases. And you will be able to crack the interview very efficiently because we'll be solving more than 250 coding questions on top of this project. Along with that, in classes also, I'll be explaining different codings. So overall, we'll be solving 3+ coding questions inside SQL, and we'll be getting started for our interview preparation. As soon as we finish our SQL, we'll be getting started with Python. But if you come and see with our Snowflake, once we finish our Snowflake classes, this is how your Snowflake project will look like. This is one of the end-to-end Apollo data related project where we are doing dynamic project. We'll implement each and everything particular pipelines dynamically, which are widely used in the, it's kind of a framework we are going and creating. This particular project will go for 8 to 10 hours. We'll take this all end to end, we'll learn, we'll see what all challenges we face, each and everything we'll build. And this is how your projects looks like at the end. we'll be having one particular data model we'll build, and we'll all send email notification, everything. If any issues are there, we are building that, and we are going and creating everything in dynamic way, so that if you have created this one particular procedures or anything, each and everything that should be applied for each and every tables. In this way, we go and create in a dynamic project. So all the code will create, and at the end, the particular flow will be looking like that. We'll orchestrate that particular pipeline inside Snowflake only, and we'll see how the end particular results will be, how we can send an email notification, error handling, all these things we'll go and do with respect to our first project that we'll do with respect to Snowflake. After we finish all the Snowflake content, that will go up to around 30 to 35 classes it will do. And after that, we'll work on this project for 8 hours. Okay. After that, we'll get started with DBT. Once we finish our DBT, that will go up to 10 classes. Once we finish all the fundamental everything, we will build one end-to-end supply chain project. This is how your supply chain project will be looking like. And it will go up to 3 hours, where we'll take each and everything with respect to supply chain. We'll try to build each and everything. We'll integrate, we'll move code from one environment to another environment, whatever we can go and implement with respect to DBT. And the end, once we learn all the concept, we'll be doing this. And after doing this, we'll go and work on something called a Spark and Snowpark for 2 weeks. Once we finish our Spark and Snowpark, inside Spark will be learning with respect to Databricks. Snowpark will be learning with respect to our Snowflake. We are going and implementing one credit card analysis project. The same project I will implement in PySpark. How I'll be showing how we can do with that same project, if how to write a Python code inside Snowflake and integrate that into something called a Snowpark. We'll be seeing that this will go again for 3 hours. This is our third project what we are doing. And once we come back to our AWS, what we'll be doing, we will try to integrate all our services by implementing project. We'll see what all challenges we face, and part wise we'll integrate. And at the end, it will be one of the capstone project where we'll integrated 3 different projects into one project, and we'll be bringing the data from on-prem with respect to AWS, and we'll go and bring and to Snowflake. We'll implement something called iceberg table, which is widely used in nowadays as one of the most demanding open table format iceberg table. We'll be using this, we'll integrate this everything, and this particular project will only go again 8 to 10 hours, which will divide into our AWS class. We'll learn all the services with respect to this particular project, and I'll be showing you one small project with respect to AWS Kinesis, where we'll stream the data directly into Snowflake, and we'll see how we can bring the data. Apart from that, we'll be building pipelines in ADF, we'll be building pipelines in Airflows, we'll be building pipelines in Matillion. Here, where we build with respect to our Snowflake and Databricks, we'll build all these things. Airflow will be mainly with respect to Snowflake and AWS, where we're going and building each and every pipelines. And this particular course will go up to 5 to 5.5 months, where content will be of more than 150 to 180 hours, where for project only will be including for 30 hours, and learning will be for 150 hours. Apart from this, we'll be having assignments. After inside Snowflake, we'll be having 12 plus assignments. DBT will be having 10 plus assignments. AWS will be having 10 plus assignment. ADF and Matillion, all Airflow will be having again 10 plus assignments. SQL, Python will be assignments. Each and everything, whatever we do, it is like after we complete our concepts, we will be giving assignments. For example, if we come back to our course, now this is an ongoing batch. If we come and see here, now this is how we are going and doing. Now after our SQL, each and everything with respect to company-based questions. Now we will give like this, and we have to go and solve each and every questions, and you have to go and submit like this. Now, if you have done anything, you'll be submitting here, and we'll be reviewing that particular assignment. Each and everything will be tracking, and if you have any issues, we'll be coming and helping you out. Apart from that, if you come and see, there is something called as Netflix related database project. Now we'll be giving assignments like this. You have to go and attempt this particular assignment. You'll be given a document, what all things you have to do. You have to download that particular documents. Once you go, you have to do all the coding, everything. Once you come, and if you come, and then you have to come and submit your applications, and you submit your assignments, whatever you're doing. Once you submit that, we in our LMS portal will be going and seeing what all things you are doing. If you need to improve anything, we'll be coming and helping you. All these things we'll be doing with respect to the course. This is how the flow will be, and each and everything will be practically oriented. 85% of the course will be practical, 15% will be only something called as theoretical. And if you want to come and see something with respect to course content, now, as I said, we have free access. For your free access, whenever you come and say explore and say upcoming courses, and you have free access, if you come and access your course, and this is the PDF where we have each and every information about the course, what we are doing. You can go and see this particular content, and if you guys have any doubt, you can reach out. We'll be always there to help you out. Now, if you have any doubts with respect to course or projects or anything, please let me know. I'll be there to answer your questions.
Sagar, all the courses will be taken by you only.
Yeah. Full everything will be taken by me.
Okay. And what will be started after the SQL course?
Sorry?
SQL topic. What will be the next topic after SQL?
See,
SQL.
your flow will be like this. Okay. First phase will complete SQL. That will go up to 3 to 3.5 weeks. Then we'll master Python. That will go 3.5 weeks. Then we'll do 8 weeks. It will go. These are least amount. It might go beyond that also. 8 weeks we'll do Snowflake, DPT, and Matillion. Where after doing this, it will go up to 3 months. You are good to get started with interview. We'll be doing parallel interview. From the day one, we'll be optimizing your LinkedIn, your Naukri profile, your resume. Everything will be helping you out. That as soon as you finish this, you can start giving interview. Parallelly will be running, because there might be few folks will be having 90 days notice period. As soon as you cannot wait for 5 months and then you should give again 3 months. You have to wait. That should not be a case. Now parallelly you get an offer, you put a paper, then you will be learning. You'll be still having time. This will go again. Next phase will be phase by phase by phase. When we finish, you keep on updating your resume and you keep on giving interview, and it will go whatever the next phases will be there. We'll slowly do, and then at the end we'll whenever you have last 1 month or anything, you can go and accelerate your offers and all. You can go and keep. This is how the flow will be with our plan. Did I answer your question?
How phase 7 will work with us?
Sorry?
Career acceleration.
Career
Phase
acceleration
7.
is where, see, for example, now here you are taken. After 3 months, you start giving interviews. Now what we might get, you out of 10 calls, you will get only 4 or 5 calls. Because why? Less number of application, less number of tools you have. You are getting here and you have 3 months notice period. The main thing here, agenda will be here to get one particular offer and just put your notice period. Now, for example, you have 10 lakhs, you have 5 years of experience, you have 10 lakhs as a package. They will never go and give you 25, 30 lakhs directly. Here it will be how much? They will increase 30%. So it will be around 13 lakhs. Now we'll keep on giving interviews. Here we have to at least crack 2 to 3 interviews. Then we will accelerate your salary. We'll communicate how to connect with HR, how to increase your salary. So that from 10 lakhs, at least you should go for 25 lakhs. That is for 5 years of experience. 4 to 5x of your number of years of experience should happen. In this way, will accelerate your career, where you'll be having a lot of tools, everything. You'll be giving more and more interviews during the last phase of your notice period. You'll be getting more and more calls. Here you might get 1 or 2 calls per week. Here you will be getting 2 to 3 calls per day, because your notice period will be more, and you can accelerate by giving your more number of interviews. And any issues will be there. We'll be helping you.
Sagar, are we going to learn some cloud basics also for ADF or AWS?
Yeah, each now for ADF, we are going to learn each and every cloud. Now Snowflake and Databricks is completely cloud. Without cloud, we can't work anything. Now whatever with respect to AWS you required. Okay, with respect to AWS services, deep dive for 2 to 3 weeks. Each and everything with respect to cloud, we are going and learning. Let me see, where is that AWS? AWS. If you come and see here, AWS. Fundamentals of cloud computing, overview, account creation, understanding, storage, each and everything. It will be same with respect to Azure.
Okay.
Yeah. Snowflake required PL SQL. We'll be learning deep diving into PL SQL. In Snowflake, we'll be going for 2 weeks in PL SQL only. Rakesh.
So, Sagar, are we eligible to give the certification test for Snowflake and AWS and Azure, all three, after
What do you
doing
mean by
this
revision test?
uh, certification?
Yeah.
If we want to give
After doing this
for
particular
Snowflake
course,
or
yeah, we'll
Azure.
share few. Yeah, got it. We share few dumps. You can go and learn that. Now, Snowflake will be covering each and everything. Whatever required for your certification, that will be there. AWS also you can go and do. You have to just revise few of the things. The once you understand that particular concept, you are good to go and give certification with respect to AWS and Snowflake, and even DBT.
What is DBT?
DBT is one of the transformation tool where you are going and writing low code. That means inside Snowflake, if you want to go and write anything heavy transformations, you have to create something called as store procedures. You need to write a big line of code. Whereas DBT is having one of the plugin tool where you can directly go simple SQL statement. You can just configure it. It will do all the works for you. So it's a transformation tool on top of your Snowflake. And it is very high in demand in current market scenario with respect to Snowflake. And even now, your Snowflake, what does Snowflake has done? They have integrated your DBT inside the Snowflake itself. Now you can go and create all these things inside your Snowflake. You don't need to go and create a DBT account also. That's how it goes with Snowflake.
It's an ELT tool, right?
It is not a ELT tool. It's only a transformation tool. It won't extract anything. It only do transformation.
Okay.
Do we have to create any paid account for
No,
AWS or Snowflake?
everything will be free services, free accounts. No need to pay 1 rupee also. Will be guiding you that.
Okay.
Any other doubts with respect to course? No doubts? Are we good?
Apart from technical, if you have any other questions, guys, like a placement related or else any other tech support related, you guys can ask me. This is Mahesh. I'm going to be handled till you get placed. You have any questions and you no need to chase us. We are going to be chased every alternate day. We will conduct a placement sales session. You can join the session and you can raise your concerns if you're not getting calls. If the calls are not scheduling, you are getting calls but they are not scheduling. You are not able to even clear the interviews. So those kind of things we can discuss. Those questions you can write it down and you can shoot us like Mahesh. This topic is not covered in our curriculum and but they are asking in the interviews or else any scenario based questions because we don't have a proper experience. Maybe they are shooting any scenario based questions. Again, you can shoot us. We will discuss those parts as well.
Sure, Mahesh.
Yeah. Hope all clear today.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. We'll be having 3 more demo sessions on tomorrow. We'll be getting started directly with coding.
Yeah.
So do attend if you have any doubts with respect to course or anything. Do connect. Mahesh will be going
Demos
to
means not going to be repeat again, guys. It's a continuation session, but 5 days you don't need to pay anything. You can just observe the session's quality and all, then you can continue further. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can join the WhatsApp group as well so that you will get a regular updates and you can raise your questions there as well.
Yeah, one small question.
Yeah. Yeah, ask me, sir.
They're on mute, Pradeep, if you're asking.
Hello.
Yeah.
Is it audible?
Yes, Pradeep, you can ask me.
Yeah. I joined bit late.
Mm-hmm.
So can I get the recording session for
Yes,
this?
this record already streaming in YouTube as well and on our application as well. Are you able to share the screen, Sagar? So you can log into our website called datavizon.com. From there, you can directly watch the class. You can open the student account.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, this is our website, guys. You can just create an account first time. Okay, you already have an account, you just log in. Okay. Yeah, it's loading the Saga. And just to go to the courses. Yeah, and upcoming sessions, because these are recently started, right? There you can scroll down, you can see the Snowflake data engineering. The first 5 lectures, records and live, you can join here only. It will show the access course because he already enrolled. For you, it will show enroll now. Click on class records. Yeah, so you can see yesterday's class and today's session is going on. That's the reason it's showing as a join now. Next 3 classes also you can able to join from here itself directly. Once live is completed, maximum it may take 45 minutes to 1 hour to upload the record. Anyway, the first 5 sessions it's immediately because it's a live streaming in YouTube and LinkedIn as well. So those links I will share with you guys here itself right now. After this session, you can check it.
Mahesh,
Please
I just
subscribe
have
our
one.
channel as well, guys. You will get a regular updates here. Yeah, tell me, team.
Mahesh, is it possible to show one example how an opening comes and how the interviews are scheduled?
Interview schedule in the sense I didn't get it.
No, I mean to say if any opening is there in a company, then
Yeah,
how
open
you
Naukri. Sagar, you can open Naukri or LinkedIn.
So if you go and see Snowflake Naukri, see around 37 job openings are there in November only. If you see in the IT field, November and December is a dry phase. Usually not many openings will be there. But even though Snowflake has something called 37,000 of openings, if you click on that, now once you prepare all your Naukri profile, okay, once you do that, you need to go and apply everything, or else you need to go on with LinkedIn, you need to go and apply. We'll try to help you build a resume, everything, how to connect with team and all. And if there are any openings that have been there that need referral from the old students or anything, that might will be helping you out.
Apart from that, there are a lot of openings from our alumni also. You can see this is a one guy. He's our old student. So they are asking like let me share this. You are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he already texted me like a couple of days back, and Mahesh, we have some openings in their company. So I already shared with their HR. You can see.
Okay.
Okay. He texted me and he want to send the Snowflake resumes for him.
Okay.
Okay, so even our alumni will have a couple of openings we are sharing with them, and even though in market we have a lot many openings, so we no need to be referred separately. We can keep this resume. Obviously, we'll get a call.
Okay. Thanks.
And here I can observe like most of the people already holding decent experience and the package also 15 to 20, 25, 30 lakhs also. And our ultimate goal in India to get a more than that package, at least to reach us up to 60 lakhs. Depends on your experience. In abroad, obviously, this market is good. US as well. Data analysts have a decent demand for a US market and UK market. And from my point of view, I won't believe on dry period. November, December also calls will be there. Only people we are not applying properly. If you are not getting call in the sense, it's a mistake from my side and your side. I will take the responsibility who are not getting calls. Clearing an interview, it depends on you people. If any questions which topic we are not covered in the curriculum, still you are getting in the interview, maybe you can raise the concern, Mahesh, this is the topic we are not covered, but they are asking. So we will try to make it as an at least an interview series. Even today, maybe 10 o'clock, we are going to be released part 2 of interview questions, the scenario based particularly. The regular questions, what is Snowflake, what is DBT and all, we will get anywhere. But the scenario based, from the project point of view, how the panel going to be trigger your questions, right? There are twisting questions. Those kind of we are collecting and we are making as a YouTube content for you.
Okay.
And anyway, your trainer going to be explaining your classes as well frequently.
One more question, Mahesh. Might be someone asked it, but I'm asking again.
Yeah.
For example, after completion of this course, so I mean, how many years we can put as an experience?
5 years at least. You can
5 years.
showcase up to 5 years. You can able to manage with the curriculum. That's the reason this duration is a 5 to 6 months, guys. It's a completely real time practically. We are not going to be just Sagar going to be continuously speaking and you are not listening. You are going to be do practice. Okay, and not only this, even we are going to be encourage every concept, but people, it depends on you people. Let's just give you a second. I will show you like how our Power BI people today also they are explaining. Let me know once you are able to see my screen. It's open to the LinkedIn.
Yeah, screen is visible.
You are able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see all these are our students only. These are from Power BI. Similar way, we are encouraging even Snowflake people also, but mostly here what happening, working professionals, right? And who already having the 10 plus years experience, they are not focusing. But I'm requesting everyone to post in your LinkedIn. See, all these are our students only. This guy, she was our student. He was our student, Mugdeshwaran. Okay. So you can see this kind of posts also like related to Power BI or SQL or Snowflake. So they are updating and we are encouraging them to post in a LinkedIn. Any articles. Example, today he explained about a small topic on a SQL or something. You can try to make this an article or else you can try to explain as a project. You can see he was our student and he got a job as well. She was still pursuing. Yeah. So you can see this is the internal project only. Similar way, you are going to be a practice for your Snowflake as well. Hope you got it right.
Hi, Mahesh.
Yeah, hi.
Uh, would you recommend doing any SnowPro certificate or?
India, it's not mandatory, but if you are interested, you can happily write the exam. US and Canada, I will suggest them to write the SnowPro exam because their recruiters are looking for the certifications. In India, it's not mandatory at this time. But if you have any coupons or something as less price or else your organization is offering, happily you can write exam. Our curriculum is more than enough to clear the SnowPro certification. And some free
Okay.
certification is there. Example, SQL, you can try to write an exam called um, Hacker Rank and Hacker Earth. It's a free only. You can try to complete those. All these to make it garnishing our resume. That's it from my point of view. But the US market, right, to reduce their stress, they reduce their work. They are picking the people who had only certifications on Snowflake or Snowpark.
Okay. And in the course curriculum, I've seen that, we got 300 plus practice questions and
Yes.
for Python
Yes.
and SQL. So where
Yes.
can I find, like in the class,
Yes.
we'll
In
be
the
able to
class and
practice?
in our YouTube content, in our website and our mock interview tool, lot many sources are there. Even
Okay, okay.
trainer
At
also
the
explained that
last,
there is a content site, right? There.
yeah,
That
yeah.
will be, I'll be answering that, Mash. That will be completely in your course. Like now, we'll be giving assignments, we'll be solving questions. Now, I showed you, you did not see that, I guess. Let me share.
Yeah, you can.
If you come and see, this is our old batch.
Okay, same as
Yeah.
assignments.
So if you see assignment here around company-based questions, now along with that, everything solutions will be there. And if you see all the assignments here, different assignments. See, after completing each and every topic, assignments will be there. For example, joins. Now this is all extra. Okay, along with that, I'll be solving a lot of questions in class and all. Based on that, what all things you need to go and do, how you have to do this. See, these are the codes written by the student. This much big of code. This much deep will go in with respect to SQL and even Python. If you come to Python, coding assignments with Python, see all things. Now we have widely asked coding questions. We'll be giving PDF like this. That too, after solving all the questions, each and everything will be shared. And if you come with respect to projects also, we'll be helping you out. If you come and see, since this current project we not do started with project, if you come and see Snowflake e-commerce project, sorry, end-to-end framework project, here all flow, business requirement document, each and everything, how it works. And with respect to project, what all interview questions. See, how did you do concurrency, everything, each and everything with respect to project, how you need to explain, what is the sprint planning, even that will be given. that much deep we'll go, because that's how the interview questions are been asked now. Each and everything will be asked. Now, project plan, what is the risk? How did you plan your particular sprints? Each and everything will be explaining with respect to project. Are you good?
Yes, yes. Thanks.
I see when I log into KSR Datavizon, so it's asking me which course, like data science or
It's funny there.
Snowflake.
That's just a namesake only. You can pick anything, or even Snowflake is a part there. You can pick it.
Okay, so whatever I choose, I can see
So
all.
just initial impressions, sir. Later you can choose the course from the upcoming sessions. Okay.
Okay. So I'm browsing now. So I saw Azure and
Sir,
ADF
here
and
only
Fabric.
like Sagar, could you please let me share my screen or else?
Yep.
Yeah, so I saw ADF and Fabric that is free. So I'm browsing there, but here only a browser is there. There is no content.
Sir, you can text me whatever you need. So all those are the paid sessions for them. We have provided everything. Which course you need now?
No, no, just I'm browsing now. So
Which course you need now? Snowflake, right?
yeah, yeah.
You can go here, upcoming sessions. Okay. Under upcoming sessions, this is the Snowflake. Okay. Once you enrolled, right? After enroll now only you can able to access the course curriculum and everything. It's updated here. Under the content side, you can able to see. You can just log in, enroll now. It will ask you to create an account first. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I did that.
Yeah. You done, right?
Yeah.
Example. We have not shown my password. Okay. So I'm able to access now, right? This is the free preview. There you can able to see even the content also. Let me open that course. Similar way, I'm assigning multiple, right? So you can see more courses in my bucket. Just ignore. This is your course. You can see here, course roadmap, curriculum and roadmap. Okay. So here PDF, click on the lessons. You can download from here directly. Okay. You can download from here. This is the curriculum and the same class records you can able to see from first 5 classes. This is the still going on live. So that's the reason it's showing as a join now. And tomorrow and day after tomorrow, next 3 lectures here. This is just a roadmap. This is a free content. In a paid session, you can able to see all the content that depends on the course progress, right? So your trainer will upload every concept.
Yeah, okay.
Got it, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Apart from this, we have like this is the tool. You can able to practice for mock interview. It's our internal tool. Okay. So you can do all the practice. And we also have a portfolios here thing. So you can able to similar way, you can able to make it your portfolio. Okay. So your name, your number, like your Naukri and the GitHub link, your resume. So, and your project about self intro. Okay. What are the skills you have? Everything we can able to upload here. And while discussing or else while interacting with some other recruiters, you can share this link as well so that they can able to check all your portfolio, your profile at one place. Okay. Yeah. Any questions, team? Pradeep, you have anything?
Yeah,
Kamlesh.
actually, yeah.
Yes.
You shared one PPT, right? Like duration of the courses, like SQL wise and all. That we will get in that.
Content. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
We will upload there. So course duration for sure it will be huge compared to the outside. Some people even I'm getting negative feedback about my duration. So outside Snowflake in the sense finishing in 2.5 to 3 months. Why you guys are taking 5 months? Only reason all our students are working professionals here, and we are going to be showcase our experience in Snowflake, not as a fresher. While we are going and expecting a huge package, for sure we have to be manage the our job also in the real time, right? That's the reason more skills, more topics, and more duration. SQL, Snowflake, Python, Snowpark, DBT, Matillion, AWS, ADF. So it's taking time to complete the course. I feel shortcut may won't work every time. So at least while practicing, we have to be do the maximum things. And the current market, right, like we are staying in the same company for long years, and suddenly if any job threat, at that time learning is becoming very difficult. Anyone face these kind of challenges, guys? Working in a same project from 4, 5 years or 6 years, and suddenly if any issue, we can't even understand what kind of skills you need to be learn now.
Yeah, my situation is same, Mahesh. Not
Even we are in the
4 years,
confusion
2 years.
status. What have to be do now? We already have a lot many commitments, our EMIs, whatever. But if any job threats, we will even mentally also we will be get tense and emotion when we are losing a job, right? So my suggestion, every year you have to try an interview. It's not about changing a company. You just have to be attend an interview. Our target from January to April, you have to clear an offer. It's not mean you have to be change the company every year, so that you will get to know what happening in the market. If you take in the same Snowflake course around 3 years back, our course duration 2.5 months. SQL, Snowflake, DBT. That's it. Depends on the company's requirement. Every time we are changing, we are adding the topic. Sometimes we are removing also if any old outdated. Like example, MongoDB. We used to teach in early days. Now we are not teaching MongoDB, but replaced with the DBT, Matillion, Snowpark, lot many new concepts adding. Similar way, after 1 year, maybe new topics may need to add and some old topics we can remove, right? So completely we need to be focused on outside market, what companies looking from a candidate. From last couple of weeks, I'm getting calls only from the experienced people who are holding almost 10 years experience, and out of that couple of people working in the same company from 5 to 6 years. Now their job in threat. Some people even lost the job, later they are calling me. Even if in this point, if anyone have a questions, you can ask me, or else you can call me later also. We can discuss how to fix that.
A small question is there.
Yeah, Kamlesh.
Yes, sir. I am fresher. Is it opening for fresher in Snowflake data engineering?
Freshers also, we have a lot many opportunities. It's not only experienced, it's for freshers as well. Data engineers, when you have a SQL and Python, happily you can expect as in a fresher job. But the only thing is you have to be start try as an intern first from the day one. Example, you joined today, right? From today onwards, you can prepare your resume and Naukri and LinkedIn, try for an internship, any job. Even it's not required to join only on Snowflake. You got any other opportunity also, that's fine. At this point, Kamlesh, you are looking for a job and not for a technical job or something. You need to understand how to work with a team. That's more important than looking for only Snowflake job. Luckily, if you got any job like in another non-technical side, just to join there and complete the course after 6 months, we can showcase your portfolio. You are working on Snowflake project as well. Don't
Thank
kill
you,
your
sir.
time even as a fresher. As early as possible, we learn to a job. In your case, understanding in a teamwork also is in a working experience.
Yes.
Not only work on Snowflake, only work experience. Some people are thinking like to join an IT job only will be a work experience. Non-IT job may won't suit as a work experience. It's wrong. You can join any job, but your focus should be on the Snowflake data engineering.
Yes. No, my question is there for only particular Snowflake is opening or not is for
No,
freshers.
no, we have for freshers as well. If you
Yes.
join from the laptop, you can share your screen and show me like your Naukri and LinkedIn. You can see like a fresher jobs.
Yes. Yes.
So just a Snowflake data and you can check it 0 to 2 years experience. You have a lot many openings.
Yes, sir.
Yes, right.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any questions, team? Only issue from people like jobs are there. Yesterday, I got a call from my one recruiter. He wanted to join the course and he was again asking me, is there openings now? I asked one small question. His name I also Mahesh, I guess. Mahesh, how many interviews you are scheduling per month? He said more than 100 plus. Out of that, how many people are getting offer? 1 or 2 people. So it's a skill gap issue. Opportunities are there in the market. And career gap, it depends on how many months or how many years you have a gap, sir. You can call me later. We can discuss one-on-one if required. If it is a less than 6 months, we can able to manage easily. If more than that, we need to be filled somehow. At least showcasing some you're learning something new, or else you got a gap due to the. We need to give the proper justification for that. Less than 6 months, we can able to manage. It's not a big deal. More than 6 months, companies won't prefer. Yeah. So all good. We can meet tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. If you
Thanks,
have
Ramesh.
any